Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're up nice and early, ready to drive all the way to Reading. We've got a 2.5 hour drive ahead of us from Cardiff to Reading. We're going to pick up new wheels for the E92 Coupe. So we don't need them right now, but I thought I might as well get them. We're in that space in between Christmas and New Year's, so I thought I'd use this time just to drive up there, sort of keep myself busy. Otherwise I get quite unproductive when I've got this much time, just to chill really. But I want to just get these wheels. They're 19-inch alloys. They're staggered, so the rears are wider than the fronts. We've got 2 front tires, but we need to buy some rear tires for it. No cracks, no buckles, no welds, and it was a hard graft. Trying to find a set of BMW wheels without cracks in it is actually quite a hard task, and I'm fingers crossed that these are as they were advertised, quite clean. And I think they're going to need a refurb, but we can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go get myself a quick Mackey's. Gotta have a quick Mackey's before you go on a little drive, and then yeah, hopefully pick these up, shoot back, test fit of course, and yeah, I am really excited to get these wheels, as they're in gloss black as well, in gloss black. And yeah, it'll just be nice just to see the car with a full set of wheels, and yeah, especially on some 19s. I was going to go 18s, but the 19s I think might be the key to getting this thing looking as best as it can possibly look. So yeah, I'm going to shoot off now guys, and take you with me of course. But yeah, hopefully this all goes well, no problems, no traffic as well, because hopefully there's no one on the roads. But yeah, let's go. Right, so here we are guys. I have gone back to the garage, got the garage there. I'm gonna roll these in. They look so good, and I checked with the guy and there's definitely no cracks or welds. Definitely will need a refurb, as you can see, but they've got such a nice gloss black finish on them. These are the 2 fronts, got 1 rear there and 1 rear in the back of the car. So let me pop these inside and we're gonna get to test fitting. Right, so this is the wheels in all their glory. I'm missing a cap for one of the rears, but they're quite nice caps. I think they're pretty brand new caps, to be honest. And they've got all the M Sport badges, the gel badges that go in the middle of the wheel. And like I said, the rears, which are these, I believe these are 9J. These are wider in the rear than they are in the front. They take a 235 tyre, and I believe these take a 255 tyre. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the fronts on, because we've done the discs for the front, and then what I'll do is I'll get the rears on as well. I've just got to do the discs for the rears, but they should look all right on the rear as well. So I'm going to chuck them on now. I'm really sorry, we still don't have any lighting in here, but we'll have to make do. Give them a wipe first. And there we have it guys, in all their glory. Those caps look amazing, just in the center there. Brand new brake discs, painted calipers on the back. I think these are gonna look stunning when I've had them repainted. With the blacked out windows, this car is gonna look killer. This car is honestly gonna look the bollocks. Honestly, I am so happy with that. The tyres are alright. I've got a good bit of tread on there. I think, yeah, I've got a good 4 mil on there. And I believe those ones are Bridgestone. And I think the other ones are Goodyear or Continental. But yeah, I am really happy with them. It's so nice to see them with standard wheels. I know we had aftermarket ones on there, but I didn't have the full set. And I think full set BMW standard wheels, this car is going to look lovely, guys. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Right, so what we're going to be doing now is replacing the discs and the pads on the rear. It's pretty much the same simple process, apart from I'm not going to take apart the entire hub assembly. I'm literally just going to, already I've undone the little bolt there that goes in there. So what I'm going to do now is undo the 2 big bolts that go into the back of the bracket, which holds the caliper on, and then I'm just gonna probably have to hit this with a hammer to get this off because it looks like it's seized up, but they have used some copper grease, so it should come off quite easily. And then I'm just gonna replace the pads. Looks like it's a pretty similar system with this sort of retaining spring there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna give it a clean up and give it a quick lick of paint, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna do this side quickly, and then if there's any problems I'll show you, but I'm hoping this goes quite easily, to be honest, guys. Now I've done the other side, I can explain to you what I did. So first of all, we're going to take the plastic covers off the back there, and then what I've got is a T45 bit that I'm just going to take the screws that actually go into the back of the caliper there, and then I think it's the case of taking off the 2 bolts that are just below my finger there. I'll tell you what size they are now. And yeah, it's just removing 4 bolts more or less. 16mm bolts, guys, if you needed to know. That's on the rear of the caliper there. See the 2 bolts, my ratchet's on one and the other one's next to my finger. Can't miss them. They're literally the 2 main bolts on the back of the hub. Take them out and you should have some. They're out. You may need a hammer like me, as rusty as mine. You won't damage it really, as long as you're not bashing in this retaining clip there, just banging on the caliper more or less. Yeah, we should have these off now. Now just get your hammer to the disc. If it doesn't want to come off, I just done mine. Just slide off there. There we are. You can see all the rust on the floor. That's off. So yeah, just a bit of bashing about. Next up, just to the whole hub and anything around, just cleaning it all up because you won't be able to get to it afterwards. Just a bit of maintenance really. Cleaner, get all the grease off. Not much left in that can. Give it all a wipe both sides, and then we're going to install the disc. Just get that protective sort of coat off. There we go. Step I like to do is just put a bit of copper grease on the bearing, just so next guy you might have an easier time, but just get a little bit on there just so it can't sort of rust together, fuse together over time with all the brake dust and stuff like that. Just helps the next guy really, and that's it really. And now we're gonna put this disc on. Make sure you got clean hands and you didn't get any grease on them, otherwise the grease will go straight onto the disc and you don't want that. If you've got it, put your little retaining bolt in. There we are. Nice and tight. So the next step then is to release this retaining bracket. There's an arrow. Where's the arrow? There's an arrow pointing up there. That arrow by there, pointing up. And what you want to do is just basically get a screwdriver. I use the screwdriver just to pry it out of the caliper. There's two little holes by there that it pries out of there. So yeah, just pry that out. It's not hard. What I'm going to do now is just give everything a wire wheel with the drill, and then I'm going to push the piston back into the caliper because we've got a brand new disc and brand new pads, so it needs to allow more room to actually compress the pads. So I've wound in the piston now, so that's all the way out. This is my tool that I use. Very, very good tool. I've got the bleed nipple screw here, as it was a bit seized, to be honest, this caliper, so I just thought it's worth taking the bleed nipple screw out and trying to push the caliper all the way back in there, and lo and behold, it worked. So I'm just going to put that back in there, lock that off. What we'll do is actually bleed all the brakes now that we've done this. Probably do that in the next episode. So what I'm going to do now is actually get the new pads in the caliper and put the bracket all back together, put some grease just on the inside there where the pads actually run, just so we don't get much squeaking and they work as freely as possible. All greased up. The two bolts holding in the caliper bracket into the actual caliper are back in now, and all that's left is this retaining spring. That's all that done, and all you want to do now is shimmy these bolts in here. Yeah, they're pretty much hand tight. I just gotta put them back tight again with my 16mm socket. Right guys, and that is how it should look. I'd recommend giving another little coat of brake cleaner and wiping it all down, just in case you've got your greasy fingers on there. Make sure all your bolts are tightened up all the way, and the dust covers are back on the back that you had to take off to get the bracket from the caliper. The other side came out after I put a lick of paint on. They're not perfect, but they definitely take your eye off all the rusty stuff that I've got going on at the back there. I'm going to give it all a proper power wash and maybe change a few of these arms. But the last thing I have to do now is install the brake sensors. That's pretty simple and straightforward as well. It just pushes into the pad that has the recess for the pad sensor, and then it routes over the caliper bleed nipple there, ties in there, goes all the way around, clocks in there right by there, comes around there. I forgot to do this one. There we go. It's nice in there securely, and then all plugs in to the female end, and then just close this flap. Close that flap, and that's job done for the fronts. Now for the rears, guys, you want to come under here. There's an 8mm bolt holding this arch liner in, and if you look up here, you'll get a bit of crap falling on you, as you can see there. Unplug this white plug from the male end, and you want to follow it back. I've got some cable ties I need to cut out, as I think they broke the actual clip that it holds onto. But yeah, just follow this back and replace it. Right, then make sure it's all clipped back into place, locked in, and set this back. Proper dusty, but I just need the 8mm bolt now to put that back in place. Yeah, two of the actual clips that hold the brake wire have gone walkies, so I've got two sets of zip ties on there. And then you've got, let me get my finger, you've got these two brackets here that the wire actually clips into, that runs under that arm there, and then same again, plugs into the brake pad at the back there. Right, we still haven't got lighting, but the diggers have been out and they've actually dug up the electrics out there. I hope you can see that. So we will have electric in here hopefully soon, so we can stop being so working in the dark really. And we can charge all of our batteries, we can put a speaker on, we can do so much more, and have so many different tools to do different jobs. That's all coming. What I'm going to be doing in the next episode is actually bleeding those brakes. I'll need a second man, and I know the man for the job. He'll hopefully be helping me, because it's a two-man sort of method to actually bleed the calipers completely and get all the air out the system. So yeah, we are basically on the straight and narrow, guys. I'm gonna be getting under the car, doing all the exhaust clamps, I've got them on order, doing the exhaust, the gearbox bracket as well, that all needs to be bolted up, a couple of the heat shields all under the car, and then we can crack on with getting the front end on and stuff like that. So very good couple of episodes recently. Really happy with the progress. If you liked the video, guys, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. And click the subscribe button if you're new. And if you want to see any of the future videos. And I've just put a deposit on a new build, so get ready for that one. It's a bit more of a classic build. I hope you all like it. If you like this BMW, that's a good hint towards what the next car might be. So yeah, let's get out your hair. I'm gonna clock off. Let's go. See you on the next one. Peace.